We're heading into another busy day in what has been, even by Trump standards, one of the most extraordinary weeks of his young administration after the firing of FBI Chief James Comey.
This morning, the search for a new FBI director, it begins with the first round of candidates arriving at the Justice Department for job interviews. These interviews on the heels of President Trump's latest tweet about fired Director James Comey, raising questions about whether or not the White House is recording conversations. Could the president's statements be used in a case against him?
He said Comey better hope there are no tapes out there. Also today, the president is going to be traveling to Virginia, where he's going to make his first extended public appearance since he gave Comey the axe. Trump will be delivering a commencement address at Liberty University, a Christian university founded by the pastor Jerry Falwell.
You can see them setting up right there. We have team coverage this morning. Cokie Roberts, Anna Navarro, they're standing by, but we're going to kick things off in Lynchburg, Virginia, and ABC's David Wright. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Paula. Good morning, Dan. The crowd just starting to gather here at Liberty University, where President Trump's going to give the commencement address later this morning. The White House is really trying to get back on track after the seismic shock of the president's firing of the FBI director. And the aftershocks keep coming. Even though former Director Comey declined an invitation to testify before the Senate Intel Committee, the president opened up a whole new can of worms by tweeting this: James Comey better hope there are no tapes of our conversations before he starts leaking to the press. Say what? Does that mean the White House secretly recorded Trump's meetings with Comey? Judge Jeanine Pirro on Fox News asked him about that in an interview to be broadcast today.
That I can't talk about. I won't talk about that. All I want is for Comey to be honest, and I hope he will be, and I'm sure he will be, I hope.
Which is not exactly a denial.
Did President Trump record his conversations with former FBI Director Comey?
I assume you're referring to the tweet, and I've talked to the president. The president has nothing further to add on that.
Are there recording devices in the Oval Office or in the residence?
As I said, there is nothing further to add on that.
Again, not exactly a denial. The president is no fan of the briefings, tweeting maybe the best thing to do would be to cancel all future press briefings and hand out written responses for the sake of accuracy.
You don't mean that.
Well, just don't have them. Unless I have them every 2 weeks and I do myself. We don't have them. I think it's a good idea.
Trump wouldn't be the first president to secretly record Oval Office meetings. And former associates tell the Washington Post they always assumed Trump was recording his business dealings. Quote, you never knew who else was listening. Now, the president says he stands behind his press staff, even Sean Spicer calling him a wonderful guy, but he suggested that they may have a hard time keeping up with him. As for those possible Oval Office tapes, well, a lot of presidents have done it going back to FDR, but ever since President Nixon was forced to hand over his tapes as part of the Watergate investigation, commanders-in-chief have thought twice about it. Dan and Paula?
Certainly have David Wright reporting from Lynchburg, Virginia for us this morning. David, thank you.